Can you create a function and inside function write any console log and keep this function in a particular scope?
Like this?
Yes. Can you zoom a little more? Yep, that's fine. And just call this function and tell me what will be the output and why.
I think the output will be high.
Okay, okay, fine. And even if we use strict before this,
Then I don't think the output will be high.
why?
Because use strict will say that this is not declared in the global scope, I guess.
Okay, okay, you can comment or remove this out. Write any other function.
Okay.
Write function name. Yep. Okay, and inside the function write a equals to 100, b equals to 200. Equals to 200. Just put a comma before b. Yep. Write return arguments of 0 plus arguments of 1. Arguments of 0 plus arguments of 1. Uh, okay. Yep. And after return write console log of a plus b.
Okay.
Write console log of no, not inside, just outside.
Okay.
Outside console log of
ABC.
ABC and add any values like 10, 20. Yep, 10, 20, and you can write the a comma b at function declaration.
Sorry.
At function declaration, write a comma b in ABC function. Yep, there. Yes,
Here.
inside this. Yes, a comma b.
Okay, got it.
Okay, right before let write use strict and tell me what will be the output and why.
So basically, here we have a function
Yes,
which has two arguments,
yes.
one a and b.
Mhm.
So I think it will be 30 because we are using use strict and used here the values of the console.log will be passed
And the
because of
console
that.
log of a plus b, why it won't print?
Because we are here using the return statement and it is like it doesn't check after return.
Okay, it
It just
doesn't check after written. Okay, okay.
like this code won't be executed.
Yep. Okay, fine. Okay. Do you know about Windows scope? What Windows scope is?
Yes, I do know about Windows scope.
Can
It
you?
is, yeah, it is the global scope.
It's a global scope. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you remove this out?
Okay.
Write two variables with var and let with two other variable names and yep, right.
Okay.
Okay, and write console log of window.abc and write for xyz as well and tell me what will be the output.
I think window.abc will be 10, but window.xyz can't be accessed because this won't be attached to the window.
It cannot be accessed.
Yes, it won't be accessed, I guess.
Okay, run this. Please go in the browser.
I have to go in the browser.
Yep.
It says undefined,
And if you told me it won't be
accessed.
accessed, why is it so? Yeah, so what's the difference, undefined and it cannot be accessed?
Like basically what I meant to say was the value won't be accessed because let is hosted in a different environment which is called the script tag, and it is like on when we encounter the let keyword, at the same moment it is executed, not like var which is hoisted
Okay,
in
so
the
so do you think cannot be accessed and undefined, are they both same?
no, no, they are completely different.
Okay, okay, fine. You can minimize this out. Oh, okay. Now, right. Okay, so can you tell me what will be the type of class?
Type of like the keyword class.
You know, classes are there.
Yes, I know a little bit about them.
Okay, so do you know what are the types? Like check the type of
Yeah, yeah.
variable. So what
Yes.
will be the type of class?
I think the type of class will be um, a function.
Function. Are you sure?
Uh, yes.
Okay, okay. Can you show me an example for infinite currying?
Infinite currying.
Yes. Okay,
uh,
first tell me what infinite currying is, and then you can show me an example.
I think I've read some articles on infinite currying. I'm not sure if I will be able to
Okay,
like redo that, but according to me, infinite currying is until and unless we pass undefined or null in the arguments, we'll be able to continue the process.
we will able to continue the process. So if we don't write undefined and null, so it will go again and again. It won't like stop the processing. Do you mean to say
Until we
that?
pass arguments, like it's upon us how many arguments we
Yes.
pass.
So it will stop, right? Then.
Yes.
So you mean to say, uh, as you said, firstly that null and undefined we have to write to stop the processing.
Like if we uh, it depends on us what will we pass in the if statement or on the check, like
But the core definition you told me that null and undefined should be passed.
uh, it depends on how we code.
How we could.
Like
So
if I just say if the second variable is undefined, if it's not equal to undefined then return this, and if it is then do something else. So it's on us, like if we'll say undefined null or anything else, if we'll say 1 2 or something like that.
okay, so have you executed infinite curry?
Not really.
Okay, okay, then no worries, no worries. Okay, okay, you must have done function currying then.
I know function currying, but I have never used it.
Okay, yeah, never did. No worries. Okay, okay, can you write a map method? You know it, right?
Yes.
Can you show me an example? And show me the output as
Yeah.
well. Okay, so can you tell me what you have done and what exactly map method does?
Basically, map method iterates over each element on that array, and we can perform different functions like multiplication and all that, or we can map over the array basically.
Okay, so manipulate. We can manipulate each element, right?
Yes.
Okay. So can you write? You have written the condition el plus one. Okay. Can you write el greater than one? Tell me what will be the output.
uh, then I think it will return um, in boolean.
Are you sure?
uh, I think so. It will return like false, 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 I guess.
It will return false, 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 false.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, your approach is right, but can you see you are telling me all false? Why is it all false? Just I want to know that.
Because I think it will iterate over each element. It
Okay,
will say
so this condition will apply on each element. So can you tell me it if it goes on the first element? Okay,
yes,
so one for one greater than one,
yes.
so it will be false. I agree with that. The
Okay.
first, now second, why it
Oh,
will
oh,
be false?
false will be turned to, I guess, false will be converted to one, and then uh, it'll say one is greater than two,
One is greater than two.
or I think it'll just say false once.
Okay, it will say false once.
Yes,
We know that method it will apply on every element.
yes.
So why it will receive once?
Um, because I think like it won't basically like iterate over the each element. Like
Why?
it will, but the end result will be false.
So the map method, it the core basics of map method is like it will iterate on each element. So what the map method does, basically, it won't happen. Now the definition changes, you mean to say.
No, no, not exactly. But um, let's go through it again,
Okay.
right? So first we have an EL.
Yeah.
It'll see one is greater than one, which will be false.
Yes.
So first I thought that it will print false four times because we have four like indexes in our array.
Okay.
After this will be false,
Yes.
it will see, I think, if 2 is greater than EL, and that will be also false.
Two greater than one is false.
Like um, it will see EL if EL is
Yeah.
greater
So
than.
EL is two, right?
Yeah, yeah, my bad. So it will be true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then again it will be true and
Yeah.
true.
So the output will be.
False, true, true, true.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Can you write an example for reduce function?
Yes.
Yep, please. Can you remove the explorer? Just
Okay.
yeah, Fardin. You can explain what you have written.
So basically, reduce has two parameters.
Yep.
Like one is accumulator and one is current.
Okay.
Current basically means like every element on the array, like one, two, three, four,
Okay.
and we can perform different functions like the sum of the array or average of the array using reduce.
Okay. 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 So what basically reduce method do?
Reduce also iterates over an array, but it has also the accumulator in which we can like store the results like this.
Okay. Fine. 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 Okay. You can remove this. Okay. Can you write console over null double equals to undefined and for triple equal to as well. And write uh, NN for NN as well, right? uh, right, NN double equals to NN and NN triple equals to NN triple equals to NN, and tell me output of all the case. Don't run it.
No, I'm just
Yep.
clearing.
Okay, okay, fine.
So I think this will be true.
True.
This will, yes,
Okay.
false, and here both of these will be false.
Okay, can you tell me the reason?
Because here we are like null also represents emptiness and undefined also represent emptiness. So here double equal to converts the data type, and here we are strictly checking null and undefined, which will be false because they are both different like data types. And nan, for nan, like nan will be false because nan is never a like the similar
Okay,
value.
okay,
Nan is different every time.
okay, okay, okay. So value will be different.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Take two arrays. You can remove this out.
Okay, two arrays.
Yep. Write array one, array two. With the write any four elements for array one and four elements for array two. And you have to merge them alternatively.
I have to merge them.
Alternatively. Write, for
Alternatively,
example, of 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7, 4, 8.
okay, I have to merge them like this: 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7, and
Yes,
4, 8.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so first, let's create a function.
Yep.
This will have two parameters, array1 and array2,
Okay.
and here we can loop over the array. Uh, and I need some time to think
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
I
yeah. Take your time, take your time.
okay. So we have to map over both of the arrays.
Okay.
Uh, that I know, but I'm not able to figure out like how we'll be able to merge them alternatively.
Don't able to apply it, that's fine. Just
Uh,
tell me the
Basically,
approach.
I think we will map over both of these arrays,
Okay. So map
and
map what it will do. It will iterate.
yes,
Okay.
and then we can use like we can basically use a for loop
Okay.
where array one at index I
Okay.
uh, will be pushed in an empty array first,
Okay.
and then array 2 at index I will be pushed again in that empty array. Then
So
we
how
can
will
return.
you how you can approach that?
I think first we'll make an empty array.
Yeah, that's empty array. I got it. Empty array
Yes.
for both. You will push it, but how will you stop? Like from the first array, you will stop, and then you will take the element from the second array, right? And
Yeah.
then similarly from the first, then second. So how will you stop from the first, and then you will move to second, and similarly again then to the first array? You got it, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, got it.
yeah. So how do you think? With the help of index
Um,
or like anything else?
Probably I think with the help of index.
So what condition you will apply on the index?
Uh, Array one at index I, which will be like 0,
Okay.
and then I'll push that to array, and then array 2 of index I. Similarly, index I will be like incrementing at each iteration.
Okay, you can remove this out. Uh, can you write an array, and inside that array there should be sub-arrays, with each sub-array having two elements.
Okay. Like this.
Yes, you just need to flatten the array, and no inbuilt function should be used.
Used.
Yep.
Okay. So I think here we will make a function,
Okay.
and inside this we will make a for loop.
Hmm.
And now at each index we have to spread the array. So basically what we can do is at arr I, let's just, can I run it?
Yep. Great.
Oh, we haven't passed this. And now we basically have to kind of um like spread it in a new array, but I'm thinking how we can do that. Here it will be again put like it'll be again pushed in a array, and if we'll do something like this, then it will just say 1 and 4, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I am not able to figure this out.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Okay. Write a sentence. You can remove this out. Write a sentence. Okay, fine. And you have to just write, yeah, hello on one line, and word should be on second line, and H, the first letter should be capital as well. H should be capital, W should be capital. You got it right?
Yes.
Yes, so go ahead.
We can here see like we can get the index of H and W, or we can use the find method for
So find method, what find method does?
basically it will return like the value of when it encounters the same word.
It will
Same.
return a value. Okay.
If we will in the find method we'll say hello, then it will return hello or something.
Okay.
So here I think we have, let's use a empty string. So we can say send at um,
Okay, first tell me the approach. What will you?
probably the approach will be getting the index of h and w
Okay,
using the index of inbuilt function,
okay, fine.
and then because we have to push the w
So
in a
how
different.
will you find the first index of each letter? Like you must have to find out the first letter of each
Yes,
word. So how will you find that? You will do the index of, oh fine, but how will you find that first letter of the word?
first we I will iterate over it.
Yeah, you
Like,
will iterate. Okay, how do you know that it will be a first letter of a word?
yeah, that is the problem.
Okay, just do then hello on the first line and word on the second line.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yep.
So here we can say str um,
Okay, can you tell me the approach? How will you like do hello will be on the first line and the word will be on the second line? Just tell me the approach.
probably I'll iterate over the sentence
Okay,
until and unless I find a space,
okay.
and when I find a space, I'll add it
Switch
to
to
this
new
str.
line.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
but I'm not able to think how can I execute it.
Okay, so what's the problem you are receiving then?
Like I can't figure it out.
Okay, fine, no worries. No worries. You can remove this out. Okay, do you know the concept of object of object?
Object of object, like
Yes. So, okay, write an object, uh, write a blank object. You have written obj, right? Obj for obj1 equals to, no, no, obj you have written right. Right
yes.
for obj1, inside obj1, write name Ferdin, name Ferdin,
Okay.
right equals to obj1 equals to, equals to, uh, yeah. And for
Now,
obj2, write name, yep, you were saying something.
I thought now we have to say obj1 equal to obj2.
No, no, no. Write obj2 equals to, write any other name you want. Okay. Write obj, obj of obj1.
Of obj1.
Yes, write in square brackets. Yep. Obj1 equals to name, how you write for objects in curly brace.
Oh,
Write name, write Aniket. Aniket. And for write obj of obj2. Yep, you can copy this. Write obj2 and write Ankit. Ankit. Okay, fine. Kit. Okay, fine, fine. No worries. And write console log of obj of obj1. Obj1. Keep it in one screen. All the code. Now tell me what could be the output and why.
okay. So obj of obj1 will be name equal to Aniket.
Obj of obj1 name will be
Aniket.
Aniket. So
Yes.
that will be the output.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, run this then.
Wait.
Why it's receiving Ankit? Why it will be?
No idea.
Okay, you can remove this out. Okay, so write is NN. Console log of is NN is NN. Write any string you want. Write version and tell me what will be the output.
True.
It will be true. Okay.
Yes.
Write console log of. Next line. Console log of. Write not and write your name and tell me what will be the output.
False.
Okay. Write on next line console log of plus false. What will be the
It will
output?
be 0.
Okay, fine. Okay, so you know about the rest parameters.
Yes.
Okay, so what's the rule of the rest parameters?
That it will be always be on the left hand side,
It will be on the left hand
and
side.
it will be at the end.
It
Like
will.
yes, while restructuring an array, we can say a equal to 10, and if we have two more elements in that array, we'll say dot 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 b. So b
Okay,
will be 20 and 30.
and it should be in the end.
Yes.
It can't be in the middle.
No.
Okay, great. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, you can remove this out. Write where a equals to write 1 2 3 4 5 as an
1 2.
array. Array 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Yep, and write a function. Write whatever function you want. You can write it down, and inside a function write console log of a.
Okay.
Call this outside and pass the parameters in the function declaration. B write b write b there. Yep, you have to write the values right afterwards. B comma.
Where? Here?
Yep, b comma
Um,
triple dot a, and in my function at function calling, right,
yes.
6 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9.
Okay.
Tell me the output what it will be. You have
Probably
you have
uh,
written an array with where a equals to 1 2 3 4 5, and then you are having a function.
I think it will be 7 8 9.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, you can remove this out. Okay, Fardin, we will move to React.js. Okay.
Okay.
So you know the basics, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, React.js, what it is? It is a framework.
No, it's a library.
Okay. So, what's the difference between a framework and a library?
Like framework in framework, we are not like we don't have that much access to modify it, but in a library, we have a lot of freedom. And also, a library is like we bring a library in our project. Like we kind of install a library in our project,
Okay.
but a framework is different.
So, have you worked with any framework?
No, I haven't worked with any frameworks.
Okay. So, you told me it gives freedom, library.
Yes.
So, what freedom you are talking about? Like, what you have seen that it provides more freedom?
I think better like own codes, component structure and all, folder structure. And I think we can like use JS or TS. Like if we'll see Angular, which is a framework, in Angular we can only use TypeScript. So
In Angular, we
that
can only use TypeScript.
yes,
Are you sure?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think so.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference between state and props?
So basically, state. Are you like asking me about use state?
No, I'm talking about. Have you used state? You have used state, right?
Yes.
So what do you pass inside use state?
Like it depends on the situation.
Yeah, but it has some syntax, right?
Yes.
So what's that syntax?
Like if we basically we can pass a number or a boolean or a string.
We pass a number or a boolean or a string.
Yeah, like
Can you show me like a basic syntax? Yes. Okay.
like this.
Yes. And do we pass inside a use state anything or
It
like?
it depends. We can like keep it empty and we can pass anything.
Yes. So yep. So what it is? State, right?
Yeah.
So I'm talking about that state. So this state and props. Have you
Okay.
worked with props?
Yes. Yes.
So I want that difference between state and props.
Props we pass from a parent to a child,
Okay.
and like a state we define in a component. We can also pass a state as a prop.
State as a prop. So like their functionality is there any difference?
Uh, I think the state we use set state to change the state.
Set
Like this
state,
function.
I don't want the set state, meaning I want state and how it is different from props.
I don't know that.
Okay. Okay, so props, you told me it can be passed
Yes.
from parent component, right?
Yes. Parent to child.
Now, are they like can we change the props for
Like
like whether it is read only or like we can change
yeah,
it?
we can. I think we can change the props.
Are you sure?
Like if it is a string, we can concatenate it, something like that.
Okay. Have you worked with props?
Yeah, a little.
So use effect. Okay,
Yes.
so why we use effect?
Use effect basically if we want to do something when the component mounts, or if we want to do something use effect also takes a dependency. It We can like fetch data or something like that
Okay,
with the help of use effect.
okay, so use effect. If
Yes.
we pass null as a dependency array, so what it will happen
I think it will re-render like whenever the page reloads.
whenever the page reloads?
Yes. It will re-render each time whenever there is a change in the UI, I guess.
Okay, okay. So have you like worked with lifecycle methods? Do you know lifecycle
Like
methods in React.js?
a component lifecycle method. Are you talking about like a mount, unmount?
Yes.
Like I have a basic idea about it.
Okay, so mounting. So what are the lifecycle methods in React.js? You have worked
Um,
in functional and class components both.
no, only functional.
Okay, so tell me in functional components, how will you do mounting, updating, and mounting?
So we can use effect for all three,
Okay, and the
and
parameters you will be passing will be the same.
uh, like in the dependency array, if something is updated, we can, for example, if state is updated, we can use the state as a dependency, and if while unmounting, we can use the return statement.
Okay, While
So when
unmounting, we use return statement. Okay.
yes,
And while updating,
we can use the dependency.
okay. Do you know the difference between package.json and package.log.json file?
Basically, package.json has all of our dependencies, and
Okay.
package log.json basically it has a locked version of our dependencies.
What do you mean by locked version?
Like when we run our project,
Okay.
all of our like libraries will be on, let's say, version 1.1, and package.json will like keep track of it, and the package.json won't be changed, and it will install the same version if we say npm install after removing the node modules.
Okay. Do you know the difference between normal dependency and dev dependency?
Yeah, dev dependencies we don't need in production, but are used in the local.
Okay. You one question of JavaScript. You told me
Yes.
about the find method, right?
Yes.
Can you write an array? And if you apply a find method, how
Yes.
will you apply find method?
I think something like this,
Yeah.
and we will return el should be equal to 1.
Can you write greater than 2 and tell me what will be the output?
Then it will return 3, I guess, only 3.
EL greater than 1 is 3.
No, sorry, it will return 2.
So 3 and 4 are they not greater?
Yes, but it just only returns the first,
Okay.
like
First element which satisfies the condition. Okay, fine, fine. You can remove this all out. Okay. Okay, JavaScript React done. Okay, we'll move to HTML.
okay.
Tell me the types of list in HTML.
The types of list is unordered and ordered. I've also heard something like a descriptive list,
Okay,
but I
so
have
you haven't worked on.
no.
Okay. Okay, can we display a web page inside a web page?
Yes.
How?
Probably we can use the iframe tag in HTML.
Okay. Tell me the difference between figure tag and image tag.
I haven't used figure tag, but image tag is an inline tag,
Okay.
and I think figure is used in the
Yeah, but if you don't know figure, then you won't be able to know the difference.
yeah.
Okay, fine, no worries. Uh, we write input types
Yes.
in forms. So what are those?
Like we can say input type text,
Okay.
numeric.
Okay.
Uh, in numeric, it will only just have the number values.
Okay.
We won't be able to type
Okay. Fine. Can you tell me the layout of HTML?
layout. Do I have to define all the HTML tags,
No, no, no.
or
Just a basic
layout?
like there are header.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah.
navbar,
Yes.
section,
Okay.
footer,
Okay.
and aside.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell me in the specific order, like from start?
So the first is navbar.
First is
Then,
navbar
like, if we are talking about
or
the
header.
head, yeah. The first is header.
Yep.
After that comes the body. Inside the body we have nav,
Okay.
and inside after nav we have the section,
Okay.
and in the section, like, we can have an aside tag,
Okay.
and after that we have the footer.
Okay. Fine. Okay. We'll move to CSS. Can you tell
Okay.
me CSS counters? Why we use
Counters, like,
CSS? Have you worked on CSS counters?
no, I haven't worked on those.
Okay, no worries. So there are different types of CSS.
Yes.
So can you tell me those?
uh, Inline, external, and internal.
Okay. So there are selectors. Can you do?
Yes.
Yep. Can you tell me about that?
Selectors basically the ID and class,
Okay. That's it.
and we can also select an element.
Okay. So they must be having priority.
Uh, Maybe I think the ID has a higher priority than class.
So there are only two selectors, you mean to say?
No, there are pseudo selectors also,
Okay. Okay. Do you know how can we add gradients in CSS?
using linear gradient
Okay.
where we pass in the values.
Have you worked on it?
Uh, I guess once or twice.
Okay, fine. And have you worked like did how can you animate in CSS?
Using the transition property,
Okay.
like transition, transform, and ease in, ease out.
Okay. 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 What is the difference between display none and visibility hidden?
So display none basically just removes the element completely, and we won't be able to like see it in the dev tools if we just hover over it. And visibility none will keep the element, just makes the visible opacity zero, I think.
But it will be visible on the screen, you mean to say.
It won't be visible, like the content won't be visible, but there will be the div or whatever it is inside of.
Memory.
Yeah.
So memory space will be taken, you mean to say.
If we say hidden
Yes.
in a div, then that div will be completely removed.
Hidden will be completely removed.
Yes, like
Okay.
that
So
we won't be
even inside the memory space, it won't be there.
in it will be there, but on like the browser it will be gone.
Yeah, on browser, like it won't display. You mean to say,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And space inside it will be there. Space, memory
What?
space. It will take this memory space.
Yes, it will.
And display and won't it will take? It won't take.
Display none will take two, but like what happens with
Are
visibility
you
is,
sure?
uh, yes, I'm sure
Display and won't take memory space.
it will take memory space.
Yeah, it will take.
Yes.
So what's the difference then?
I
Display none and visibility hidden both won't be appearing on the screen. Am I
Yes,
right?
but
But
yes,
so what's the memory space difference then?
I think when you say visibility none, and if there is like if the div is overlapping or something, we won't be able to hover over that element if we give the visibility none. But if we'll say display hidden or display none, then it will be able to hover over that element.
Okay. How can we vertically center a text in CSS?
We can use text center,
We will use text center.
text align center.
Okay. Have you worked with CSS combinators?
Yes, rarely.
Yes. So can you tell me about that?
So basically, it just CSS combinators are like if we want to target something particular inside the nested HTML,
Okay.
then we can use the combinators.
So what combinators does?
Or I think combinators are different. They I think combinators is like a mix of all classes we want to use that particular like background color or
All
property on it.
classes or all selectors?
All selectors.
Okay. Okay. So it combines you into it.
Yes.
You have worked on it?
No, I haven't worked on it.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about something different.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me the difference between Flexbox and Grid?
Grid basically is used when we have to make something more in a grid format. So it's easy when we use grid as compared to Flexbox. But Flexbox was introduced after grid, and like both help us in making the layout changes. But Flexbox is used more.
Okay, and the layout about
Grid
the
is more used for complex layouts, I guess.
and they are the 1D layout, 2D layout.
Grid is used for 2D and mostly, and Flexbox is used for 1D
So
layout.
what do you mean by 2D layout and what do you mean by 1D layout? 1D layout
Like
is there in Flexbox. So what do you mean by 1D layout?
I mean, like the structure of the component.
Yes, structure. But
If we have a
wo-
grid like
so it
structure,
will
then
only work on row, you mean to say.
no, it works on like columns too. It is pretty flexible.
So what flexibility like it will work on row,
And columns,
column both.
yes.
So what's the so it works on both, then why it is not 2D then?
What do you mean by 2D?
Yes, that's what I'm asking, right? Flexbox is 1D, right?
Yes,
But you told me it works on both rows and columns.
yes.
So why it is 1D then? If it works on rows and columns both, so why it is 1D?
Um, I don't know, sir.
Okay, okay, no worries. Further, that's it for the interview.
Okay.
Yeah, any queries or
Yes,
questions?
I like want overall general feedback.